Hello, this is Wyatt Ciesielka with a Tomorrow's World webcast. In 2012, one of the internet's largest file-sharing sites, Mega Upload, was shut down by U.S. officials. United States federal prosecutors accused its founder, Dotcom, and others who were part of Mega Upload of various charges, including conspiracies to commit racketeering, copyright infringement, and money laundering. Search warrants were issued, domain names were seized. The FBI took control of the site and other domains belonging to the business. The massive file-sharing site run by German-born Dotcom, where millions of users once stored and shared files, movies, and music, became defunct. Since then, Mr. Dotcom moved to New Zealand, where he's been fighting extradition and fighting these charges. For those who know about this story, it is fairly sensational. The stuff of action movies or intense crime and drama novels set against a backdrop of national and international law enforcement, government agencies, and high tech. My comments today are not about whether or not Dotcom did or did not violate any U.S. laws. My comments today are not even about whether or not internet sites like Mega Upload are or are not a good idea, useful, helpful, good, or bad. My comments today are about something else, something that to me is even more important and more interesting. My comments today are about the legal victory that Dotcom won just a week or so ago to live stream his extradition appeal and how that relates to us. Mr. Dotcom's lawyer called the ruling, quote, democracy at its finest. And Dotcom himself tweeted that this decision is, quote, breaking new ground, and that, quote, New Zealand is at the forefront of transparent justice. As I record this webcast, Mr. Dotcom's extradition hearing in New Zealand has already begun. Dotcom is live tweeting throughout the proceedings, and so far the proceedings have been more tedious than dramatic, and not without their share of technical glitches. As an August 31st article from The Guardian reported, quote, the live streaming of Dotcom's extradition hearing in a New Zealand high court kicked off on Wednesday with warped pictures, delayed audio, and dwindling viewership as the day wore on, end of quote. This whole story is interesting for a few reasons. For one, people are simply interested in whether or not Mr. Dotcom will be extradited to the United States. For another reason, people are interested in learning more, if they can, about the whole legal argument about online file sharing and various national governments' rights and abilities to shut down internet sites, as well as the backstory of whether or not the initial investigations against Mr. Dotcom were entirely legal in the first place, as an August 30 Sky News article notes. But this is interesting for another reason as well. The world will again be witnessing court proceedings playing out live. With this court decision, Dotcom will join the ranks of names such as Nazi war criminal Adolf Eichmann, whose war crimes trial was broadcast around the world in 1961. Oscar Pistorius, the South African athlete who was tried in 2014 for the murder of his girlfriend. The 1991 case of William Kennedy Smith, or Lindsay Lohan in 2010, or Casey Anthony in 2011. And of course, the famous 1995 U.S. court proceeding of O.J. Simpson, where he was acquitted of murder. It is interesting that sometimes justice is played out privately, but sometimes because of either the popularity of the participants, or because of the grievousness of the alleged crimes, or because of the subject matter itself, sometimes justice plays out publicly. As Christians, we should live our lives so that anything we do and every aspect of who we are could be revealed and would not embarrass us or discredit Jesus Christ. In Luke chapter 12, verses 1 and 2, Jesus was warning the multitudes about hypocrisy, claiming to have certain good moral standards but practicing something different. Jesus warned the multitudes that this was one of the sins of the Pharisees, that they were hypocritical, that they wanted to look righteous and good to others, but their real thoughts and actions were far from righteous. Then in verse 2, Jesus made an interesting statement that this Dotcom live streaming extradition court case reminded me of. He told the multitudes, quote, "For there is nothing covered that will not be revealed, nor hidden that will not be known." Jesus Christ was teaching that at some point God will evaluate every secret thing. This is what Ecclesiastes 12:14 also tells us. For God shall bring every work into judgment, whether every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. The Dotcom Extradition trial, it's interesting for a few reasons, but all of us should be reminded that how we live is in a way live streamed before God and before Jesus Christ, whether or not it is seen or known by our friends or our family or our associates. A small part of Mr. Dotcom's life is now being streamed, just like a small piece of the life of O.J. Simpson or Oscar Pistorius or others were also literally televised to the public in years past. So let any of us who are or who want to be Christian remember that all of our deeds are known to God. He is merciful and loving, but He wants us to live righteously. Thanks for watching, and for more Bible study, materials, videos, our magazine, our booklets, all free of charge, visit tomorrowsworld.org.